Morning, सबको मेरा नमस्कार. This is International Master and FIDE Senior Trainer Sekhar Sahu welcomes you on behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Session to this intermediate training session. So, in this class today, I will discuss about exploitation of middle game themes and a particular opening also for white side, how to play against Kings India. So, let me take you. Hello, Basal Parikh, Clara Alonso, Virabhadra Singh, Om Desai, Ramakrishna, welcome. Now, basically, we in middle game, we should exploit wherever there is advantage. We should not make it a plan that I will attack on the king or I will go on the queen side. Whatever the position comes from opening, we should react accordingly. Now, white is, I have selected some games. White is legendary Bobby Fischer. He was a great player, probably the greatest player. Better than Carlson or Kasparov. Next, now Hans Berliner was the world correspondence champion. He was world champion in correspondence chess. In those days, they used to write cards and play on later. Like I make a move and write, he will reply by a move, I reply another move. One game may go for 6 months. So here, white is Fischer and Hans Berliner in the New York 1960 US Championship. Alekhine defense. Now this is the main line is to play knight f3, and now he can play either g6 or bishop g4. This is the main line. But this is also equally good. Equally good. But white has to be careful because the pawns are overextended. This is the stronger capture. The reason is one move makes a difference. Here, black is ready to castle quickly. So, Suresh Bhai Chavda, good morning. So, this is a better capture for black. I would recommend if you want to play Alekhine, you play this way in the variation. But he played pawn into. The modern theory is goes like this: b3, rook c1. Why rook c1? Why rook c1? Because sooner or later you have to play the move b3, but this remains unprotected. This is the whole point. So the theoretical variation rook c1, and white gets better game after castle b3. There is no weak point. There is no weak point in the game. The reason is now, for example, knight here, I will play knight and this bishop. And now bishop into knight, no problem. The pawn is already protected. This is the point of b3. So white has need not fear bishop into knight. He can play s3, he can play castle. So this is giving white an advantage. So here, okay, Fischer's move is also not bad. Idea knight e2. He's avoiding the move b3, all this thing. Now, if there is pressure comes, knight c6, knight e2, bishop g4, f3 is there. So, now suppose you play knight to c6, I will play knight e2. Now, bg4 doesn't work because f3 is there. That is the whole point, that he is developing pieces rapidly. So, he has avoided the move b3. Now, this is not the best move. So here he plays e5. Now white has the better game because white has 1, 2, 3, 4. Black has 3, and this break you have to watch all the time. I may prepare with b4 and with c5. I may prepare with pawn b4 and but not immediate. Never rush. I want to do it. I will bring the rooks to the c1. I will prepare. So don't rush. But this is the one plan. Here b3. Wait. This is a bad move. Black has realized that his knight on b6 is doing nothing. So, a bad move. I told you yesterday. The, I told you yesterday. Fisher showed the world how to take initiative when there is an opportunity. Now is the time to grab the initiative. Now is the time. So, hello Ramakrishna, Suresh Bhai, then Nandini, Mudaliar, and Mukund Agarwal, welcome. So, where to take the initiative now? Good players, they know. All of you know. When you get a good plan, you go for immediate action, attack. That is initiative. So, where to take initiative? Where to take the initiative? Somebody? Hello, Parth Kuntal Rawal. The point is now this is unprotected. So he capitalizes. No, not here. I am doubly attacked. But knight is not in center. So this is better. No knight c5. If you play knight b5, you will cover up both knight c5 and then a6. Now there is an attack on d6. So you cannot play. How is he going to defend? What way he will defend now? The pressure is coming anyway. So he plays now knight. A tempo. Okay, otherwise, if you play some other moves, then bishop is no. Suppose you come here somewhere like that. Here. This, no, he played in the game, pawn push, but other moves will be bad. This will not be so good. I will play some move a4. So he decided to play. I have created weakness. White is happy that e6 square has become weak, and there is a direct threat also. There is a direct threat like g4. So comes knight into knight into. White has got a huge positional advantage, a protected pass pawn on central square. So such kind of advantage become dangerous as and go game slowly towards end. Now black must play do something quickly, otherwise he will in trouble. So after the move, now white must curtail all the possible counter attack, all the good moves. Now the square part, this pawns are here. This square is good. I mean, with the help of the pawn, black will come to the square. Black will come to the square. So, eliminate. Now, okay, white has got advantage. How to make further progress? So, hello, Ruan Yasudani and Tanmay Azmera. Player should have a feeling, you cannot win a game just by preparing some opening and go for a plan for attack. You need to react whatever the position comes here. Oh, so how do you react? After showing this game, I will show you a particular opening line. Okay, please. Somebody suggest. Bishop played f4. The idea I want to weaken. Now the problem for him, if he takes it, the pieces will enter, and if he pushes this, then The bishop is bad, and now after this move maybe I will play knight, and now I will block the pawn. Maybe I will just block it. Then I will block the pawn, pass pawn, with a clear advantage. So if he push it is bad, and if he takes it is bad. So in the king he takes it. A simple, very simple chess Fischer was playing. No material advantage, but giving a simple threat. Want to eliminate the bishop, then king becomes weak. A position of color complex will come. Now, if you take it, rook into. The same trick he did with Botvinnik in his match. Fischer did the same trick. So you cannot play like this. This is bad. Bishop h6 will come. So he comes here, knight into. The king has become weak. White has an already a huge advantage. Positional advantage number one, a protected pass pawn. Number two, weak king. Number three, color complex. The bishop is good and this is not so. All the dark square, you will have problem. Hello Tirtha, threat. Now you need to exchange one pair of rook. What opponent wants, he has to enter here. So before he could come, he should naturally play rook. Get rid of one of the rooks. Take. Now queen exchange means it is practically lost. So just clear the back. Clear the back. Now you have to defend. This is not going to do good anymore because then f pawn I will push and enter with a mate threat. So he comes and comes defend. It should win. Now the bishop is attacked and pawn d6 is coming. Bishop has to move and pawn d6. It's all over. c5 pawn, f6 pawn, pawn d7. I mean, Fischer was playing very simple chess. The position, he knew that this has to be played. Somebody asked me about strategy and how to improve the middle game. So that is why I will show some games of middle game planning today and about specific features in a position. And I will go to, for example, dealing now, let us say King's Indian defense. Okay, I leave this. I will go to the. Now let us finish this game. Finish this game. This is winning now. Over. Notice that you don't be in a hurry. Now these are bad moves. Always see what is the threat. The first question before you move. This is the threat. Now this is the threat. So this would turn out badly. Queen into pawn will come. So that means we stop his threat. It is all over. So simple move. No time for queen s3. Only move. Otherwise it is lost. Next move. He comes here. Finish. And over. Now whether you take or you will look up. Now you take the queen will come. So Fischer was playing very simple chess. Especially this one. You know, he's grabbed the initiative and this sort of move. This sort of move. Knight h5. Very simple moves. Simple move. Botvinnik overlooked such a simple move and went down to Fischer very quickly. So for example, see that game. See that game. Go to strategy. I will come quickly. Botvinnik was Fischer. Botvinnik and Fischer. No? Botvinnik. And black was Fischer. Oh, It will not be here. It is a draw, so it will not be here. I will have to go Mega. No problem. I'll find it quickly. Okay. Mikhail Botwini, Mega Database. Mikhail Botwini. Just a minute. Here it is. Now look here. That is a Grunfeld defense. Learning from the world champions. So here, bishop into knight. The theoretical move, Botvinnik Swiss law, was something different, but Fischer found a simple solution. Bishop takes, now pawn takes, and now queen. Now he played this knight. Now queen, and he found attack on the queen. Now he played a very simple move. Now there is an attack on the queen, and who is defending? The bishop is defending. That means this is overloaded bishop. So queen into pawn. Everything is gone. So the whole point is that in the Botvinnik and Smyslov match, Smyslov somewhere here, and the queen was getting trapped in some variations. In some variation, the queen was getting trapped. But he played the simple move, queen takes pawn. He played the simple move, queen into pawn. And now the position is gone. He has just won a pawn. Queen into knight will lose to queen check. Queen into knight, queen before check is there. So such simple moves we should find. Okay. Hello Vela and Sritu Nandi, Mahi Doshi. You can see also Kasparov Morozovic. Very simple things. Fischer, when Russians government, they were very unhappy that Fischer was beating Russians. So they wanted to study his games. What are his weak points? So they gave a task to team of grandmaster, a very strong grandmaster. Find out what is the weakness of this boy. You find out. Then Geller said that Fischer was not in very wild positions. He was not good. Then there is too much complication, wild positions. Then Balasov said that Fischer had never had a bad piece in his game. If the piece is bad, either he was improving or exchanging. Either he will exchange his bad piece for any piece of opponent, or exchange that piece or improve that piece. So this is very important. For example, I will show you what is improvement of pieces. Okay, I will show you. Karpos Spassky. Spassky is in that game. Spassky is black. So I will show Karpos Spassky, candidate 1974. So here 74. Yeah, this is the game. See this game. A bad piece must be improved. A badly placed piece. And many times you do not know a piece is badly placed. So, for example, all this is very normal, very normal. Scanning and setup. He wants to take knight into knight and play BB bishop C6. So, this is theory. So, A4. White is better. The it all revolves the fight around D5 square. He wants to come here and free the game. So take take. So take take. So weaknesses. Black has three weak pawns and a weak square. Now this is a weak. I said this is a weak pawn. This I would say this is a weak pawn, and this is a weak square. This so I would not say weak pawn, but the pawn cannot come. So I would put this also as a weak pawn. The weak pawn. So there are weak squares and weak pawns. White has an advantage. So white plays queen. Queen exchange means the endgame is not so dangerous. If you exchange the queen, you cannot exploit this advantage. So keeping queen is very important. But where? You should suppose you go, it is meaningless. So the queen goes the correct square, aiming to enter to fantastic square. The queen will be fantastic here. No white square bishop, no pawn. So very well placed queen against the king, black king. Counterplay, restraining opponent minor piece is a very important rule. So you have to restrain the knight. Otherwise, when ng4, I don't want to give the bishop. Well played. So now white has got a clear advantage. Advantage, the pressure on f7. Now rook is very guarded, queen c2 and rook double. So very now the position is plus minus. Plus minus means clearly better. Hello Priyam Chavda. Hello Vela. Okay. The next I am going to discuss how to play against the 1 second, 1 second. Happened. Where is that? Hmm. Now, so rook will come to d2. So what we'll do now? How to take advantage? So rook. What is the weak point and strong point? As I told you already, pawn weaknesses are there, and there are a lot of square weaknesses are there. The pressure on f7 is there. The queen and rook are watching. So white very much want to bring this rook to this point, but you cannot come. That means we need to drive the bishop first, or exchange for a knight. Suppose I come here. So what are the strong and weak points? White's actually strong point is that pressure on the F line. This is white's strong point. This is white's strong point. And now the weak point is this is also good bishop. The weak point is this is the one. You may ask what strange thing I am talking. The knight and center is very good. But what the knight is doing there? वो नाइट कर क्या रहा है? अभी द pawn is taking away. The knight cannot go to this point. Cannot go to. The pawn is watching. And what knight is doing? Nothing here. The knight has no role to play. So knight will come here, but first when you try to attack the bishop, to bishop will come. So it is very important you play. This is the knight. See, there are a lot of choice. I can exchange the rook. I can defend the rook, or I can move the rook. But this is the best move because this piece doing nothing. So in this way, I will do two things at same time. Number one, the bad piece will come into the game now. Number two, I will drive his knight. I am doing two things, two bars in one shot. I will push his knight from my area. वो इंट्रूडर है, नाइट इज इंट्रूडर, घुसपैठ है, तो उसको हकाल दो. दूसरी बात, ये जो नाइट काम नहीं कर रहा था, अभी काम पे लग जाए. So a player should notice the small little things. I will tell you at this point, Karpov's coach was great coach, probably one of the greatest coach. Simon Furman, Grandmaster Furman. He was watching the demonstration board and he predicted that whites will play knight b1, knight b1, and Karpov played that. So it is very important. After knight b1, want to drive the bishop pawn g3. Pawn c3, go away. Knight. Now white has got achieved what he wanted. Because the pawn is hanging. At the moment the pawn is under attack. So you cannot allow the knight coming there. You cannot push the knight, knight check will come, and you cannot give your bishop. So he has to weaken. Now you have to quickly shift your attention. Now the f7 there is pressure is gone. So that focus is now on d5. Quickly this rook should come. Quickly this rook should come. Double the rook, queen. Now idea, you can double the rook also. This is winning. Idea rd7. Forced. Once again forced. No way to stop. Rook f7 is not possible. Only move. We had now trump of the strategy. The point is, combination comes at the end of the strategy. जैसे कि हिंदी फिल्म में पुलिस वाला आता है, सब कुछ होने के बाद काम हो गया. So they make fun of the police. So everything is over. The tactics will come. So simple tactics. Bishop attacks, rook moves, rook into bishop, and finish. Game over. He has to surrender or get mated quickly. So a fantastic game. Notice the weak points, strong points. Nakagano theory. How many things we learn from this game? Number one, here we come into. Knight into is also not good. If you play knight into c6, then I will play rook d2. So that is also not good. So we have created a lot of weaknesses. Second thing, I don't want to go queen to the correct square. Prophylactic move. All these are lessons. When you know everything and put together, then you get the mastery. The real masters, they will play quickly covering. I don't want to allow knight coming here and taking my bishop, or I don't want to give this. So, good move. See, I can avoid this. I can make a move, attack, then I play queen e2. I can attack, then I play. But here in such situation, the advantage will go. Now I will stop coming here. So this is queen is doing a passive job. Don't make it a defensive queen. So here, simple, this plus minus. And again, this is another instructive move. Should give this exclamation mark. So we should learn S3 good move. Okay, Queen C1 good move. NB1 good move. There are so many good moves. Hello, Khanak, just dekh Vaidya. All right, going. Now, I will show you one tournament I prepared. I knew there are a lot of Kings Indian defense players. Many players play Kings Indian defense. So I thought I will prepare a surprise line, and it worked well. It worked very well. So I selected these games today in the afternoon. Also, I will show, and today, see, this lot of games I selected. Okay, I showed this game yesterday, so I will show another game. Okay, now and next I will go to dealing with the Kings Indian defense. White is little better already because weak square and backward pawn and bad bishop. So white has already has an advantage. I cannot show you how to win quickly inside, but advantage will remain. The strategic advantages, these are static advantages. There are dynamic and static. Static advantage. The position is, he cannot improve that weakness. So one of the idea that I want to exchange the bishop. The other idea was to exchange bishop on f4. This is a modern approach. So let us say exchanging good piece. This is a fantastic piece. This is a bad piece. The mobility in the pawn structure because the mobility of the bishop. So this is not a good bishop comparatively because of the pawn. अभी diagonal पे कहाँ जाएगी? So this is a not a good piece. So exchange that. So white has got a positional advantage. White has got a superior pawn structure and also good pieces. Now black has only one strong point. That is the e4 square for the knight. Knight wants to come. But it is not safe. Someday or other this pawn will come to push that knight away. He wants to attack. Okay, now there is a problem. So I want to exchange queen when the endgame is bad. The bishop, bad pawns. So you see, every move. Now black wants to attack. What is the plan of attack? You know, the plan of attack that he wants to bring the knight here in this position. In the position, he wants to bring the knight here, then rook here, and bringing the pawns g4, g5, rook coming, attacking the king, attacking the king. So, want to exchange the most important attacking piece, queen, queen. Now, if you play h6, your rook cannot come. The point is, you can do this, but what about the rook? The plan of rook coming here, not working. So he plays knight. As per the plan, now if you play pawn push, the pawns are paralyzed. Now the knight, queen, and pawn watching the square. So he cannot push. So well played by him, well played by white. The strategic that push the knight plus minus. The rooks are not coordinated. These are not coordinated. So with the moment to exchange, I will grab the F line. And now there is also possibility. Please note that after you capture knight into knight, the situation won't change. Now suppose you play knight into knight, and now I take knight into. Now you take, I take. Now if the rooks are exchanged, There is additional threat. There is additional threat. Maybe this is the idea. Knight check will come. So knight into pawn is not working. Maybe here. Maybe I will play. Maybe here queen into mate threat will come. So exchanging the pieces in center is not good. So very well played. Takes now takes very strong. So also question is the king is weak. Pass pawn. So black's weaknesses are mounting more and more. White has a pass pawn and a superior king and superior development. Now, what are the big advantages? Much better. Doing nothing when there is no attack, doing nothing there. A pass pawn. And this is a bad pawn because this pawn has no prospect. This pawn has prospect. And the queen is active. The queen can come on the line. The queen can come on this line. So white is clearly better. Enter. Knight cannot take. Rook is hanging. So only move. The queen cannot take also. Knight is hanging. He cannot take with the knight. Rook is hanging. He cannot take with knight is hanging. So finish. He must lose material. Losing material. So the game is over. The what I meant to say, the mistake is that a wrong approach in the opening. See, all by seeing these games, you know now modern grandmaster don't play all these things. There is a mistake here. Not the best move. Still, it is not. I would say it is very bad. This is bad. What he could do here? Let me tell you, no variation is bad. Suppose I am handling black today. I know the modern theory. So modern grandmaster will play this position in a different way. What they will do, I will not play this. I will play bishop e7. You will castle, then I will castle. Then you play c4, I will play d6. You play nc3, now I play queen. Now I have not allowed the pawn is watching the square. There is no knight entry. There is no knight entry. Welcome Adi Jain. Now the queen is coming. So everything changes with one move. This is the move here. This is the bad move. Whereas this move, keeping additional possibility, I have not weakened the square. At right time, I will play this. At right time. Just a minute. I will show you some game quickly. रखा नहीं है इधर भी नहीं है ओके आई एम नॉट हियर मे बी हियर देखो अभी the same line modern grandmaster what they do white is some 2300 play so queen you want to now get e4 I want to come but I will not give him the satisfaction e4 break no way okay maro you take knight on knight I will have better clear better game pawn into the line will open up so I take the central control and now I have to exchange the knight I don't want to do this and I don't want to make retreat तो मारना है तो now okay okay now मारना है तो central knight को मारो so take and this is good this is a good position black is better so black is better now that means you can see एक मूव में दिशा बदल जाता है for example here so I played d6 where is the move here d6 now here the pawn if it is here it is bad another game Amin Basan so here you can see that in d6 not weakening now black is good black center is good okay Just a minute. Okay. All right. Okay, I'll show some positions. So this turns out to be good. That means you don't need to play bad moves like d5. Okay, so a modern game. Let us say a more a modern game. I mean, is there Spassky? Spassky, I saw Spassky. Yes, this is okay. Parchment. Maybe this one. Now white has double pawn weaknesses. So if you push, the knight will go to king side to f7. So this is what I want. A player strategically playing correctly. Now you have to do something. Black is better. Okay. Now let us see, as I told you, let's see King's Indian defense. Let's have a look at King's Indian defense. One line. So let us say d4, knight f6, e4, g6, knight c3, bg7. White has many choice. White can play here straightforward e4. White can play classical. There are many lines. White can just a minute. So let us say white plays knight f3, castle g3. This is classical. Now bishop g2. Now black must play e5. There are two lines. Black must play either e5 with knight d7 or knight c6. This is the main line. Now castle. Now pawn push and we have got e4. White is actually having a small advantage here. Normally, the knight is on c6, it is very more active, but this is now white is having a better game. So let me examine some games. First, examine now pawn into pawn, which is he is keeping so that the bishop is active here in the diagonal and the knight gets a square. By doing this, the knight will come to c5 to put pressure on the center and the bishop line is open. So here, knight into pawn, rook e8. The manner this is necessary. You may say why the specific position. If you are not doing this move, the knight will come. The knight will come here. For example, let us say you ignore this. For example, let us say you ignore. You play rook e1. Now you will play knight. Now let us say you play b3. Now knight here. Knight here. Black is good now. Now I'm going to. You cannot keep on pushing me. You will weaken the position more and more. The knight is heading to a square. So these are the problems. A player should stop the maneuvering of knight. So as S3 is essential here. Though it is not so, this is doing two jobs. Number one, restricting the knight. Number two, the bishop has a place here. Without the fear of the knight attack. So rook e1. Now this is necessary. You need to anchor because white can push the knight. So it is a prophylactic move which is necessary. Now what is black's plan? Black wants to play next move c6 and then bringing the queen here in the diagonal and on this diagonal and square. So this is black's plan. Want to play c6, bring the queen to b6. Welcome. Welcome c6. So he plays s3. Why this move? Because this point, my bishop may be required to overprotect this. So this is the target. All the time he is having some pressure. pressure. So overprotect the weakness. Now my bishop is free for activity. I think this is a poor move. So far, black was doing all right. Leaving the center, it is a bad thing. It is better rook e5. Provoking. If you do this, the point is e4 point will target. This is a better move, going for some attack, but this is a weak move. No, there is no attack. See, this is already two defense. That means you are going to come here. It's too slow. Now you are go back. Weakness. Now he has achieved nothing. So to discuss this, I must show you one particular game, one particular variation to broaden your understanding. Just a minute here. It is prologue. Okay. I will go to first. Just a minute here. Swam Das and Ruhani, welcome. Wait, please wait. I am discussing a topic. Ruhani, let me discuss the topic. Then I will take you to some puzzle. अरे कहाँ पर है हम यहीं पर है ना अरे इरफान या नहीं है सर तो उधर जाना पड़ेगा ओके नेवर माइंड आई विल गो टू द गेम एनीवे गया so to make your classical and the understanding of classical King's Indian e4 now this position please pay attention it is a very important game and black is an expert of King's Indian defense. Grandmaster Praveen Tisse played all his life only King's Indian and Grunfeld many some games, but mostly King's Indian against D4. And here I was present in the same tournament hall. Grandmaster Khalif Man, he took only 5 to 7 minutes for the entire game. Only 5 to 7 minutes. Not because he played quickly, he knew everything. It was home preparation. Everything was home preparation. So after the move, he plays c6 with the idea, obvious idea that he wants to take the pawn, then knight attacking this point, and then queen coming here with counter attack. So he plays s3. I told you the idea of s3, prophylactic move. Now no knight can come, and if necessary, I can bring the bishop also, and there is no knight entry. My pawn is watching the square, taking away square from the knight and the bishop. A very important move. I recommend you to play s3 here. So pressure. Now obviously e4 pawn needs more protection. You may say why I have to do that? Because after pawn into pawn, knight into bishop is protected. But bishop is overloaded. Nimzowit's theory, overprotect the center. A key diagram. So this is an idea, suggestion of Gary Kasparov. Now black need to complete development. Black must coordinate the rooks. Otherwise, you will suffer. I showed you in the last game only. I showed you in my last game where the rooks were uncoordinated and suffered. Fischer versus Hans Berliner. So here now the tactical point is that white cannot really win the pawn because the queen and bishop are focusing this point. So he will take the pawn and win the piece back. That means white is not really winning the pawn. So he took it. आज जाने कल आएगा बोला साफ करने के लिए क्या साफ करने के लिए क्या है अब कब बोला था ना कल 12 बजे आएगा बोल के कल नहीं आए थे हम आज कर दे हाँ कर दो कितने बजे ये काम पच जाएगा चलता जाएगा कल कल नहीं अभी हाँ ठीक मैं सीढ़ी उतर जाएगी ला जाए हाँ so here this is bad no here knight into takes now notice bishop takes knight rook takes you have to take the rook otherwise you cannot get the piece so take now material is equal we have got 6 pawns each आप में से अगर कोई प्रिपेयर करना चाहता है ये गेम को नोट कर लो प्लीज नोट द गेम खलीफ मान तिरसे 97 please note this game white is grandmaster khalif man fide world champion black is grandmaster praveen tipse 1997 now white is winning almost by force rook bishop कहाँ जाएगी if you go bishop to g7 which is normal these are all covered this is a normal move now white will play bishop to b8 bishop attacked if you play rook check is win rook check will win the game now you come here now you give knight check now you come here now the king is in dark square so here you can double attack now if you take it I give a check so this is bad I will take it now or I can just play knight into pawn also this is also enough this is also enough this is a threat also now bishop check is coming so these are a lot of problems so that is why here you cannot go to bishop to e6 bishop g7 you will just play bishop to I mean if you go back bishop g7 simply bishop will come and now rook into bishop rook into and now active rook and there is no answer one of the pawn is gone definitely one of the pawn is gone you cannot stop and if you come here I will attack other way the pawn is gone so the whole ending is lost that means after the queen into queen bishop take rook here he cannot go back on account of bishop b8 देखा कैसा this is from a grandmaster laboratory this comes out from the laboratory of a grandmaster yes not winner of the game no that was the game winner of the game was Tibiako versus Oleg Korny this was not on top table yeah so that means here this is winning so here grandmaster Tipse played pawn f5 rook into now game of opposite color but weaknesses now if I take the pawn it's a draw so this is what is the point of this move now the king will come now enter believe me I saw a similar game but not exact same opening if you go and you can check similar structure was Caruana versus Parimarjan Negi in Kamso Olympia. The king was active. So here now again tactics. Now attack on the bishop and attack on the pawn. So only move. So he is a pawn up. Now white is a pawn up. ये तो गया क्योंकि ये आ रहा है, ये आ रहा है. दो pawn up. It takes. Now the point is this pawn he cannot take it. Though the pawn is, it looks like the pawn is lost. Not really. Not really. Now see what happens. King, tempo, bishop, defend. You cannot take it. If you take it, then rook will come here and take the pawn. That means you need to protect it. But where is that time? A check is coming. A check is coming. So only move. Now the king comes. Takes the pawn, king comes. The bishop is in pin. This is in pin. So ये तो गया अभी. So no hurry. You cannot do anything. तो pawn गया and winning. Now a pass pawn is guaranteed and grandmaster can easily won the game. So I will go quickly the moves. You cannot return. If on this check, here it is over. Bishop check finish. Bishop check game over. So only move finish. So the whole point is that you please note that when you see a particular diagram, that this game is a very important game. And here, many people will think it is a draw. Many people will think this is draws, but it is almost completely lost position, entirely lost. Now bishop g7, the bb8 is winning. This is just clear plus minus. Now if you play other moves like f5, then rook into d4, and this is fantastic. Okay, now let me show some more games on this position. So e4. Here I will say e4. This diagram. Uh, okay, I think probably I'm not sure. I saw a similar structure. I was there as a coach of the women team. So let us see some games. Now, white is Garibhai Kasparov and black is Munoz. This diagram, how white plays. Just a minute. So the idea, I told you, the C6 idea, he wants to take it, bring the knight, and bring the queen and counter attack. Now, this is a prophylactic move. S3 is very important. Somebody did not play S3 and Fischer won very easily. I don't remember the player, white player, and this maneuver comes. Now he wants to hit the center. So before that, now I don't want to play A4. These are weak moves. I don't want to play A4, creating a weakness. You know, suppose you play A4, then to stop the break, then this becomes a target. I will show you the game of Chita versus Bronstein. So this is not correct. So rather this is more correct. Discouraging. You can't play this way. Plus, because now the C file has opened up a target for white because this is an easy target 1 and this is blocked now. So white is better. Well, next move I want to push this. And if you play A5, I will exchange this. Bad move. Forced. White is having initiative. Clear initiative. Now this is a ready-made target for me. I can defend this weakness. My pieces are ideally placed, but this will be a rigid target because this bishop will come and you will have lot of pieces. So white position already better. Targeting on the a6 pawn. No, this is bad. Turn out this now here. This turns out to be bad. He won the pawn, but he will pay a price. He has achieved nothing there. There is a problem now. The threat is NB5. तो क्वीन जाए तो जाए कहाँ? He's having no coordination. What to do? There is no coordination. मिल गया, pawn मिल गया with a clear better game. There are so many advantages. There will be outpost, and there is a pass pawn will come. He resigned here after the move. I think this will wind up because after taking he cannot defend so many weaknesses. D6, 8. So this variations I will show another few games. Let us have a look at it. You can either play c6 or take the pawn. These are the two lines. Either c6 or you will take the pawn. Take the pawn makes it very easy for you. Now this will lead to the Khalifman game. Suppose you play c6, knight c5. This will lead to Khalifman. If you play c6, I think s3 should have been played here. S3. And now knight c5. Now he can just we will go for the Tifse Khalifman game. Okay. So here, so RB1. Why RB1? Now this is a modern approach. Ever since the game, White was Lazos Portis. White was Lazos Portis. Here he thought that why we can B3, then C3 will be a target. Suppose you play this move, then the bishop gets some kind of life. One. And the queen can come. After the C6 move, queen can come. But if I play rook B1, what is he going to do? Waiting move. A perfect waiting. Main exponent was Lazos Portis. You have to stop. You cannot allow me to push the knight. Again, another fantastic move. Very good prophylactic move. Pure Karpov style. No surprise combinations will come. For example, you may ask me why this is, you have to protect this point. I will show the game, Jita versus Bronstein. You will realize that why it is necessary. So, now no weak point and slowly and steadily will start. Idea, next move A3, next move B4. Bad. Black is completely outplayed now. Leaving the center is an admission of error. This is ignore those things. Plus, now a bad king position, weak squares, and now this is also weak square, weak point, and lot of this is badly placed. So many weak points. Open file, white is better. White has so many strong points. ये तो गया, completely gone. This he played bad move. Whatever you do, it is bad. This is gone. Threat, threat. These are the point. Weak point. You lose time. Knight cannot move because of the bishop. Plus. Now you have to exchange. Then b6 square, b6 pawn. Now we defend b6 pawn. If you play c5, इधर इतना बड़ा खड्डा है, हैं? इतना बड़ा खड्डा आ जाएगा, सो खत्म हो जाए. So this is bad. So very nice handling by Karpov. Very super fine handling. Okay, I must show you the game. The danger why you are playing S3, King S2, Jita and Bronstein game. I must show you. Then I will come back. I will come back to the point. It is necessary to know the black's typical tactical tricks. अरे ये नहीं है ये किंग्स इंडियन है क्या नो this is no I have to go to Bronstein that is another problem I have to search anyway I will show it or Bronstein तो ये देखिए we need to know hello Subankar Suhani Solanki Suresh Bhai Chawda yeah okay I will discuss that game who is that player you say Karyakin Rajdabu I will discuss that later now look here we need to know the danger to white we have similar structure almost similar but here interpolation b3 bb2 now this position now you see notice the danger now queen and bishop are indirectly watching three attack so you have to support now a5 the idea black is creating counter attack when the queen will overloaded for both notice that queen will after the pawn exchange queen will overloaded pawn into knight into these are double pawns will come it is bad you then target so it goes now knight now the knight and queen are pressure and the rook will hit at right time I'll hit this making it a target so this is the point now imagine if the pawn was an s3 now knight cannot come if the pawn was an s3 knight cannot come that means if you want to go to the square you have to come this way but that is not giving threat to me but here I am directly not only I want to come here I am putting pressure on the point now you will say what kind of pressure what are you talking of pressure here you will see the pressure into what a punch what a punch मारना तो पड़ेगा ना नहीं तो गया भीतरी पन तो जाने वाला मारा नाइट इंटू मारा अभी क्वीन से मारो नाइट से मारो कैसे भी मारो अगर क्वीन से मारेगा ये मारा लोग के लेट मी डिस्कस अगर क्वीन से मारेगा so here what you can do knight will come here and attack and the bishop into knight free so king से मारेगा तो वो भी गया वही कॉम्बिनेशन आए अगर किंग से मारेगा वेर इज अ टैक्टिकल पॉइंट नाइट इंटू b3 विल कम थ्री अटैक्स सो किंग से मार नहीं सकता है क्वीन से मार नहीं सकता है तो अभी ये भी जा रहा है ये भी जा रहा है सो ये आया खत्म अभी वो किंग साइड कैसल का हालत देखो दिस इज बैड night is going again night is once again coming so this kind of danger that is why the black square battery ये जो है स्त्री खेलना जरूरी था जैसे पोजीशन में so they unexpectedly he got counter play and then rook into finishing the game That this kind of danger, this makes you very attractive. But if I have played S3 in advance, तो क्या होगा? कार्पो का गेम में ये सब चांस ही नहीं लिया उसने. Okay. Karyakin and Rajdavo, I will see that later. Birabhadra. So please make a note of this. How means dangerous weak points of white. इसीलिए मैं कहता हूं कि ये शुरू से स्त्री खेल के रखो. Now coming to this, d4 knight f6, c4, g6, knight c3, bg7, knight f3, castle, b3, d6, bg2, knight d7, castle. Now e5, e4. Okay, so here this is the one, no? Yeah. So let us say Karpov none. I told you, prophylactic move. When you know the Jita Bronson game, now you know the danger. The knight can enter any moment. So I stop the knight. He is already putting pressure there. Now queen and indirectly these two now putting pressure. So queen b6 is very well played. Excellent. Complete destruction of black center. Please note these games. When I say you must note Karpov none, Khalifman Tifse, Jita Bronstein. Now ये जो है कारपोट कच्ची तो क्रश कर दिया. अभी ये गेम में क्वीन बी सिक्स इज बैड. आफ्टर सी फाइव यू हैव टू टेक इट. आफ्टर क्वीन कमिंग हियर इट इज बैड. आई विल प्ले pawn into pawn and winning material. Winning material. This is bad. So you cannot play. So that is why he has to play pawn into pawn here. I will take the other pawn. Black center has been destroyed. The only now then if knight was coming, black is okay. But knight cannot come. So only a weakness. The weakness I can easily surround. खत्म हो गया. Positionally gone. Now queen g4 coming. Now among other things, I will have h4 with the idea bishop h3 with the idea pawn push. So you cannot do this. Then everything will be so weak. And notice I am not going to this square because I have to open up the game by black square. So going taking a careful measure. Plus minus. The position is completely plus minus. I don't want a knight coming to my camp. I don't want this. Stop that. Plus. There is no hurry. Mechanical knight for achieves nothing. कोई plan नहीं रहता. So just complete. Now I am ready for action. He dare not play queen into pawn because rook will straight land on the seventh rank. He dare not exchange. He dare not take that pawn. Rook seventh rank will crush. So here जाता कहाँ है? नहीं. So this is a very important game. So it shows that you black cannot play queen b6. You will get into mess after queen b6. c5 is a crusher. Number one. And black cannot play that Kachu game here. In Kachu game, black should not take. This is normally main line. Normally, most of the player will play this, but this is knight into pawn and rook e1 and now s3. Prophylactic s3. Then another rook b1. Very nice move. A contribution by Lazarus for this. कोई टैक्टिकल चांस नहीं लेता. नाउ इफ यू प्ले b3, सपोज यू प्ले b3, अब ये f5 खेले तो अभी आपको a3 रुक b1 तीन मूव करना पड़ता है. rb1 a3 b4. So whereas I play rook b1, there is no chance the bishop cannot come here. So there is no harassment. सीधा सीधा में भगाएगा इसको, भगाएगा. Plus minus. Another prophylactic move. Very important. I give this move exclamation. I give this move an exclamation mark. I give this move an exclamation mark. After RB1, I give this move an exclamation mark. Very nice. That there is no weakness. Another exclamation mark. King S2. All these are prophylactic moves. I understand. Prophylactic means it is precautionary. बारिश में हम छतरी लेके जाते हैं. बारिश नहीं है तो भी, कहीं बारिश हो गया तो. So these are prophylactic moves. Yes, I will go for that. Let me show you these games. So here, this is fantastic. A3 B4 is coming on the plus minus. अभी ये तो बढ़ेगा ही नहीं, ये C6 नहीं बढ़ेगा. कोई प्लान ही नहीं मिल रहा है ब्लैक. और मेरा प्लान क्या है? मेरा प्लान है pawn push, then slowly I will come on center. धीरे धीरे क्रश हो जाए. So it's a good game. And now Mamadiyaro versus Korotlov. Though it is a blitz game, still you should see. Korotlov is a good coach. He is the coach of the Russian women team. Now I told you कि ये जो knight into weakness, ये मार के d4 लेगा तो ये knight यहाँ पहुंच जाएगा. Knight into e4, knight into e4. This will turn out bad. Bishop takes, knight takes. Now bishop is coming here and this bishop and rook d1. This is plus, clear plus. So not at all a good idea. The more you open up, जिसका गेम ज्यादा डेवलप्ड है उसको ही फायदा होगा. तो you should not avoid this opening. So he plays here knight g. No problem. No problem about it. Now he is taken advantage that white has not played s3. अरे कोई बात नहीं, चलो पीछे जाओ, पीछे हो गया काम. So I return to the same thing, s3 position. Okay. Now this rook is unprotected. You have to notice this bishop is there. So I don't want to waste time. So just develop. This kind of, I told you, opening the position will favor a player who's more developed and better placed. Abhi, don't tell me this is better placed. ये bad है, ये bad है, ये bad है. Huh? You have no right to attack, open the game. How dare you open? तो punishment मिलेगा, बरोबर मिलेगा. अभी जाओ पीछे. तो ओपन करेगा, पनिशमेंट मिलेगा. जाओ पीछे, रन. कहां जाएगा? रन बोला तो भी कि जाए तो क्वीन नहीं आता है. सो दिस आर बैड. तो क्या है, ओपन किया, खत्म. ओके, एनीवे इट इज बैड. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो ए गुड गेम. प्लीज नोट दैट बाई चांस यू हैव नॉट प्लेड, ओपोनेंट ने अगर खेल दिया मार मार के, अभी क्वीन आया, मारा, this is also no problem. Let me take you some 2019 game, C6. Now, there are so many ways to exploit the advantage. This is another way, pawn into pawn. Why pawn into pawn? Now, I am going to exploit the weakness square, this square and this file and this diagonal. ये तीनों. This is actually Oleg Romaninsin. Grandmaster Oleg Romaninsin started this concept exploiting these weaknesses. But that comes in a different move order. Here the move order is different, the concept remains same. So b3. I want to now exploit the diagonal. So a4, idea bishop a3. And you cannot do this. इतना बड़ा खड्डा हैं? ये खड्डा. So you can't do that. Plus now very badly placed queen, no coordination. अच्छा पोजीशन में अच्छा मूव, इधर अच्छा मूव मिलेगा ही नहीं. बैड पोजीशन में अच्छा प्लान नहीं मिलता है. सो ये क्या है? सो पैसिव पोजीशन, कुछ नहीं. I can actually I can push this also. There is no need to do that. अब ये पॉन को बचाओ. कहां से बचेगा? If you go back now here, अभी मैं ये C5 करेगा. Fantastic position. So to make you having better understanding of the structure, I will show you that variation. It comes in a different move order. ये तो प्लस ऑन भी गया, गेम गया. See, normally it comes in this move order. D4, knight f6, C4, G6. Now knight f3, Bg7, G3, castle, bishop G2, D6, castle, and D7. The point is, white has not played this move. He will use that move. He will play queen C2. अभी आपको E5 खेलना पड़ेगा. E5 खेलो. तो E5 खेला तो मैं इधर रुक D1 खेले. रुक D1 खेले. अभी आई एम गिविंग ए डायरेक्ट थ्रेट ऑफ विनिंग ए पॉन. डायरेक्ट थ्रेट. तो क्या करोगे? अगर पॉन पुश करेगा तो ये पॉन शहीद हो जाएगा. शहीद हो जाएगा. 3-3 अटैक है, नहीं आता है. तो पॉन पुश हो जाएगा पॉन. सो कैनॉट पुश द पॉन. दैट मीन्स अभी मेरा थ्रेट, अगर ये मारेगा तो सेंटर मिल गया. नाउ बैठे बैठे सेंटर कंट्रोल. अभी द सेंटर इज फैंटास्टिक. आई डोंट नीड टू प्ले. नेक्स्ट मूव NC3, बिशप G5, बिशप, मजा करेगा. सिंपली प्लस माइनस. नेक्स्ट मूव आई विल प्ले हियर. नाउ यू C6, तो द D6 का प्रॉब्लम आ जाएगा. सो ED4 is bad, ND4 with a very easy game. So here what you will do, E4 is bad. Here D1 को threat है मेरा. So he will play move like either rook E8, क्योंकि ये खेलेगा तो pawn गया. Pawn into pawn, one pawn. So this is a threat mine. This is winning a pawn. So अभी rook की है या queen है. Suppose you play queen, I will take pawn into pawn and pawn into pawn. Now I will play B3. Idea, bishop A3. Now you play move like pawn push, then bishop A3 is white good. You play some C5 move. Now ये जो है, you have to play like this. This is ugly move. I think. Now knight will come with a great advantage. So this is bad. And if you play here B3, suppose, then you have to play C5 sooner or later. So queen E7 is not good because after pawn into pawn, suppose you play, this is a bad position. And if you play here, now rook E8, Grandmaster Romanin Sin suggests pawn into pawn. तो pawn से मारोगे तो अभी E4 खेल. नाउ तो रूक का स्कोप नहीं है, अभी बिशप का स्कोप नहीं है. ये रूक बंद हो गया, बिशप भी बंद हो गया. नेक्स्ट नाउ यू विल प्ले C6 करोगे, देन H3. Why H3? I want my bishop coming to center. So then he will harass, no? So H3. तो वो कुछ करेगा queen. Now I will play bishop C3. Now knight will come so that bishop develop. And now I will play, maybe I can play C5. Idea, the knight coming and knight coming to this point. I can go this mode, this words. Plus minus. No knight coming here. So rook E8 आया तो हम मार मार के E4 कर देते हैं. Romanin Sin idea. S3 and plus minus. But why I am not showing this move order? There is a problem. You see, we came by transposition from that game, this diagram. But if you play directly, I will show you the problem of white. So here, everything looks good. Now ND7, everything queen c2, e5, rook d1, it is all good. But here, instead of playing ND7, black can do a clever move. Now queen c2 with the idea rook d1 is not working. It is a bad move now. It's a bad move. क्यों? Bishop f5 आ जाएगा. That is the point. He has not played ND7. Now otherwise, supposing you don't play c6, आप mechanically ND7 करोगे ये position में queen c2 is bad move, f5 black better. Black is better now. माइनस हो गया अभी. So the moment you play ND7 खेलेगा तो अभी queen c2 के बाद तकलीफ चालू हो जाएगा. देखो ये इतना इजी नहीं है. ये इतना इजी नहीं है. अरे हम कहाँ जा रहा है इधर. ठीक है, ये ठीक है, ये ठीक है. अभी क्वीन c2 हियर. नो ये तो मारना है, डायरेक्ट मारना है. स्ट्रेट टेक इट. स्ट्रेट टेक इट. रुक ही आया तो नाइट c3. आई वांट टू गो रोमिनी फोमिनी. फोमिनी एंड देखो ये फोमिनी इज एन एक्सपर्ट. अलेक्जेंडर फोमिनी इज एन एक्सपर्ट ऑफ दिस डायग्राम. तो दो रुक d1. अभी e4 मारना है. नेक्स्ट मारना है. रोमानेंसिन चांस नहीं लेता. रोमानेंसिन सीधा मार देता है. मार मार के e4 खेलता है. So in the game, so he plays e5. This is also plus. ये एंकर करना है. एंकरिंग द नाइट. सो एंकर किया. उसको ही उठाओ. अभी कोई वीक पॉइंट नहीं है. ब्लैक पीसेस आर फनी. अभी ब्रेक आएगा मेरा. अभी c5 ब्रेक आएगा. अभी s3 प्रोफिलैक्टिक. कोई टारगेट नहीं. व्हाइट इज डोमिनेटिंग ऑल द स्क्वायर्स. इसका कोई दम नहीं, कुछ मतलब नहीं. मारो नहीं तो ND5 आएगा तो चारों तरफ देखेगा. तो इसमें कोई देखने वाली बात नहीं है. गया. That means here this position is very strong. ये जो है ओपनिंग ऑर्डर जो है, this is a very strong position. Queen c2 with the idea rook d1. This diagram is bad, but I do not recommend this setup क्योंकि अगर वो यहाँ पर c6 खेल देगा तो आपको वही लाइन पे जाना पड़ेगा. You have to play nc3. Queen c2 is bad. तो वही nc3 आएगा. वही पोजीशन आएगा बेसिकली. You will have the more or less the same position will come. So you can take a chance, just play, don't develop the knight, delay the knight. आप अभी ऐसा कर सकते हो कि ये पोजीशन में now c4 and don't develop the knight for the time being. Because अगर ND7 खेला, अगर c6 खेला तो play knight c3 normal आएगा. And if you play now here ND7 तो आपको वो लाइन आ गई. Queen c2 is really good. दिस इज अ गुड पोजिशन क्योंकि ये दब जाएगा. रोमानेंसिन लाइन में e5 खेलेगा rd1. फॉर एग्जांपल rd1. देखो, let me show you Romanin and Fominini. These are the two players you should focus. Romanin. देखो क्या मारता है. बिना पानी के बाद ऐसा मारता है. पानी नहीं मिलेगा. ऐसा आया, मारा, राइट हैंड, सीधा सीधा पॉन डाउन. ये तो ब्लंडर है. छोड़ो, ये तो ब्लंडर है. तो यू कैनॉट प्ले रूक d1 e5. ना मार मार के e4. अभी दिस इज गुड. अभी ये बंद, वो बंद. अभी ये भी बंद हो गया, ये भी बंद हो गया. दोनों बंद. नेक्स्ट प्लान, आई विल प्ले s3 and bishop coming to center. s3 center. White pieces are arranged smoothly. और रेडीमेड प्लान भी है, आपके पास प्लान है. मैं c5 करके यहां नाइट को बिठाऊंगा, यहां लाके. सो तो बंद किया, प्लान बंद किया टेम्पररी. प्लस व्हाइट स्पेस, ब्लैक हैज नो मैनोवरिंग रूम, नो प्लान. अभी बैड मूव. उसने देखा ही वांट्स टू नाउ ब्रिंग द नाइट, लेकिन अभी नाइट कहां आएगा. ये मूव बैड मूव, प्लस माइनस. Position is bad. So after the move queen f4 and white got really problem. Black. अभी क्या करेगा. अभी ये आया, बिशप आया तो क्वीन आ गया. अच्छा, बिशप नहीं आया तो जाएगा कहां. व्हाट आर यू गोइंग टू डू नाउ. अभी यहाँ पे मेरा फोकस है, यहाँ पे भी है. सो व्हाट आर यू गोइंग टू प्ले नाइट हियर लाइक दैट. तो जिन डेवलप नाइट को पीछे लेगा. So this will turn out badly. Okay, maybe I can play pawn push here. This is plus minus. Plus minus है. All right, coming. Maybe here, maybe a4 will come also, so that I can play and ab will come. So in the game he played bb7 and queen a4 के बाद गया. That means रोमानियंसिन प्लान that rook e8 आया तो मार देना है. So रोमानियंसिन देखो, ये rook e8 आया rook e8 बचाया तो मार मार के e4, s3 b3 प्लस प्लस. तो उसने b6 खेला तो भी बैड. Let's see some more games. So rook e8, d e4, now b3. I want to make immediately exploitation. तुरंत मैं बिशप लाना चाहता हूं डायगोनल पे. तो now बिशप ए. अभी ये पिन से छुटकारा नहीं मिलेगा, ये पिन से छुटकारा नहीं मिलेगा, क्योंकि ये नया थ्रेट आ रहा है. ये आएगा तो भी मार मार के वो पॉन तो गया. सो जाएगा कहां, मैं छोड़ेगा नहीं उसको. ये तीसरा अटैक आ रहा है, या मार मार के भुरता बना देगा उधर. मारो. अभी दिस बैड पॉन्स लेके अभी ज्यादा हो तो पहुंच जाएगा. सब नाइट एंड क्वीन स्टूपिड हो गया. अभी नाइट क्वीन इसको बचाते बचाते टाइम गया. सो व्हाइट विल कीप ऑन इंप्रूविंग. और मेरे पास प्लान भी है. ये जो क्वीन आएगा ये भी प्लान है. थ्रेट नंबर 1 डायरेक्ट. थ्रेट नंबर 2 एक्सचेंज द डिफेंडर. उसके बाद तो ये गया. तो दो थ्रेट है. में क्वीन आएगा, तीसरा अटैक. दैट मीन्स तुमको ऐसा करना पड़ेगा. दिस इज रिडिकुलस. अभी रुक डबल करेगा. जस्ट ब्लैक वॉचमैन हो गया. नाइट क्वीन. Would you like this? Rook coming and says, please take me and survive. Exchange देके बचाना है. Rook coming. So ये जो लाइन है, ये अच्छा लाइन है. अगर प्लेयर को मालूम नहीं है तो फंस जाए. So you wait at this point. कैसल करो. Don't play the knight c3. अगर c6 खेला तो knight c3 करेंगे. अगर knight d7 खेला तो queen c2 के बाद तकलीफ चालू हो जाता है. चालू है रुक d1. उसके बाद बहुत तकलीफ होता है. किंग सेंडर पर फड़फड़ाएगा. So this is good. Now let's see another game. So d e4 3. Now idea b3 c5. उसने अलाउ किया. लास्ट गेम में b6 खेला था, अभी इधर अलाउ किया. अभी क्या, मैं छोड़ेगा नहीं उसको. पॉइंट को बॉन्ड करेगा. Okay, you have no time to play some move like these are all rubbish moves. I will open up the game on queen side. I will open up pawn into pawn, pawn into pawn, then knight d2, knight c4. So you have played this. So ready-made outpost मेरे लिए ready-made outpost है. क्या करना है अभी? Exchange that. जब प्रेशर लगा रहा है उसको एक्सचेंज करो. हो गया. Full of weaknesses. अभी outpost and lot of weaknesses. और एक वीक स्क्वायर हुआ है. सो दिस लाइन इज एक्सलेंट गेम. प्लीज फॉलो रोमानिनसिन एंड फोमिनी. रोमानिनसिन इज अ बिगर प्लेयर एंड अलेक्जेंडर फोमिनी भी बहुत अच्छा है पोजिशनली. अभी आप एक रूक भी ला सकते हो. अभी यू कैन ब्रिंग ए रूक एक्स्ट्रा सपोर्ट भी ला. दिस पॉइंट आई कैन ऑलवेज गार्ड. सो दिस इज मोर अग्रेसिव. व्हाट ए मानोवरी. बिशप आके बिठाऊंगा इधर और ये पॉन तो गया. ये पॉन गया, बिशप बिठाएगा और ये पॉन नया क्वीन मुझे दिख रहा है. फिनिश. सो यू कैन सी दिस इज अ डेंजर. ये लाइन में अगर एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है तो वेरी क्विकली यू गेट एन एडवांटेज. सो अगर एक्सपीरियंस है तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या करेगा. सो ज्यादा से ज्यादा C6 करेगा. C6 करा तो यू प्ले रेगुलर लाइन. सपोज हियर you play C6, I will play NC3. Then you play ND7. Then regular line E4 and E5 will transpose to our line to play Queen C2, RE1, RB1, RE1. So pawn into pawn, knight. Then knight here, RB1. This will transpose. Now you play A5. So we have got a regular line B3 and then A3 and then bishop F4. All this thing has come regular line. Okay. So आप ये खेल सकते हो. This is very easy line to get a quick advantage. Let me see Roman and Singh. What does he do for RE8 को मार के E4 plus S3 B3 plus. So what about Queen E7? I will see what about Queen E7. So RE8 को होगा Queen E7 ED Queen E7. देखो ये खेलता है Queen E7. Now Rook E8 is I told you when you play Rook E8 आपको मार के E4 करना है और क्या है ये मार के E4 करना है. देन S3 B3 with a plus. बट वो क्वीन से खेलेगा. Here Queen E7. Idea meeting the threat, but this bishop now will gun against this into. This is the problem. Now I want to gun against that. So defend. Char attack. Char attack. You can't play D5. So only move. अभी ये पॉन तो अपना बैग में आ गया क्योंकि अनदर पॉन कैनॉट सपोर्ट. तो एंड गेम के लिए एक इजी टारगेट है. बिकॉज आई एक्सपेक्ट बिशप इज कमिंग. सो क्वीन के लिए घर बना. सो लेट अस क्लियर डस्ट फ्रॉम द B3 स्क्वायर. Plus minus. White has all queen side play. He can play B5 with lot of pressure. यहाँ कुछ नहीं है. यहाँ क्या अटैक. कुछ नहीं. नो अटैक. खत्म हो गया. इनिशिएटिव ही विल क्रश नाउ. C6 नाइट इनटू. अब ये थ्रेट भी है और यहाँ पे प्रेशर है. तो स्टंटमैन इज अ स्टंटमैन. बिशप कुछ ध्यान देना नहीं. ज्यादा से ज्यादा एक्सचेंज लेगा. ज्यादा से ज्यादा he can take exchange with the lost position. नया क्वीन आ रहा है. ये मार देगा और नाइट चेक में क्वीन ले लेगा. I will get my piece back. खतरनाक पोजिशन. So this Queen E7 is not good. But anyway, I should show you. I should show you. This queen is 7, not good. मैं बोलता हूँ तो सीधा सीधा मार दो. I say you straight away take it. So pawn into pawn b3. यही मार दो. मारो मारो यही खेलो. अरे नहीं है. That means ये ठीक है. अभी ये d5 मत मारो, nc3 खेलो जो भी प्लस है. That means this is a good plan. Then you play queen c2 and then e5 take rd1. Diagram is good. So any question? Any question on this? This diagram I want. I want RD1 diagram and you just follow. Please see the games of Fomini and Romaninsin. Even Baccarat is good. Dorfman is good. Let us see the handling of Dorfman. Dorfman. Yeah, we'll see that Razago. ये क्यों नहीं? Why not this? Why not this? Oh, he will for this he may give an exchange sack. You know, this is what I was thinking. अब ये मारा तो ये exchange sack मार के उसको complicate करने को देखेगा. He will try some complication. So very good. I saw this game because I thought I will play, but this is safer move. Knight आएगा तो e6 कर देगा, e3 कर देगा. So Dorfman's knight. अभी 3 अटैक है, इसको 3 अटैक है. एक्सचेंज सैक नहीं चलता, कुछ नहीं टारगेट. ओनली मूव गया. c7 e4 f6 चारों तरफ फोकस है. ओनली मूव, ओनली मूव गया. पॉन डाउन. So these are the problems. Players fall into it. So they should not play here e4. So ng5 खेलो मत, e1 खेलो. Only move, only move, only move. Tak tak tak. So this is bad. Dorfman Gallagher re8. तो यह न मत करो, सीधा रोमानियन pawn into force करो और e4 करो. Then next s3 b3 straight development pattern. So here तुकमा को c6. ये तो ब्लंडर मारा है. Backrot queen e7. I would like to take it. Okay, nc3 good move. b3 with the idea I want to play b3 giving trouble to him. This is also plus. Okay. So for this, let us see this diagram. One more diagram here to wind up. Wind up. In c3, here bg7, knight f3, castle g3, d6, bg2, now nd7, castle, now e5, e4, and takes pawn into pawn, knight into pawn, knight comes here. So rook here, and now knight. So this is also one possibility. Looking for the Dita Bronson type of thing. Knight wants to come here, c6 wants to come. So this is also one possibility. But anyway, white is better. Okay. So here, knight of d7. Okay, maybe here. It should be not good, but let me check if there is a game. This is blocking the bishop, it is bad. But anyway, Not many players play this. Why should you block the knight on the way? So, okay, somebody plays. Now let me see. Here, this point is well protected. 3. This point is well protected. So, what we do? He is preparing to come here, knight into the square. So, हम क्या करेंगे? अभी सपोज यू प्ले इमीडिएटली उसका ट्रिक क्या है ये मार देगा मार मार के C5 करेगा दिस इज द ट्रिक सो व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू नाउ आई विल प्ले रूक B1 आई विल प्ले RB1 नाउ रूक B1 करेगा सो नेक्स्ट आई एम गोइंग टू पुश दिस अवे दैट मींस यू आर फोर्स टू प्ले A5 so now he is preparing to come here and seize this right okay now let's see what I am going to do now the problem is this is the one coming. This is the one coming to this point. So what I will do here, I will play a move like S3. S3. Now knight comes here. Now I want to control both C3 and D3, D3 and C4 both. And now I am going to push him away. Want to push him away now. So the RB1 is a good answer. RB1 is a good move. Maybe I will postpone RB1. Can I do? I told you immediate pawn push. He will have some tricks. He will have some tricks on the diagonal. ये जो diagonal का जीता और ब्रॉन्स्टन का दिखाया है यहाँ प्रेशर आता है. So here RB1 goes away. I am threatening the right away B4. तो A5 तो खेलना पड़ेगा ना. Okay, if you come here directly. Maybe this is giving problem directly because B4 and D3 is there. So here the correct answer would be no hurry. I will play S3 only. I will play S3. The correct move order. Now knight comes here. I will come bishop. And next, my plan is to play RB1 and prepare for driving the bishop. This is plus. Now C6, Rook B1. Now A5. Now I will play. Uh, can I play? I can play A3. Now A4 is not working. It is coming. So I will play B3 now. B3. B3. Sorry, B3. Idea A3. So this should be plus. This should be plus. Now if you play Queen, now I will play pawn bishop. Bishop here. This is giving me a clear edge. So please note in this move order, I will play now here S3 is the correct move. The correct move order is S3. If ND7, S3 on knight E5, I am going to play BF. Stopping D4, D3 and C4 both control. Now C6, now I will play Rook B1. Now this is a real threat. A real threat. So you have to come. Now idea A3 B4. Next plan, I want to play A3 and B4. Push the knight away. And now if you play, this is coming. B4 is coming really bad. So all the points are guarded. So everything after NFD7, S3 is clearly better for white. Okay. F5 and all is weak. If you open up the game, you will suffer. Then the bishop becomes powerful. The bishop is better powerful ho jaye. This is bad. So here I want to go to that Razdavo game and then I will close Razdavo and Karyakin. Okay. Here, just a minute. Just a minute. Player. Karyakin or Rajdavu. KR. Rajdavu. So why it is Karyakin? No. Hey, Karyakin Rajdavu. That means I have to go on the other. Uh, I have to go from Mega. So in the afternoon class, I will discuss middle game planning and positional exploitation of small advantages. Weak file, weak pawn, then good center, at king attack. I will discuss various middle game theme in the afternoon session. There is Rajdavo here. Imagine QRS. So here, which year it was? Oh, B78. Oh, you are talking. So I'm okay. 1990, 2008, 2008. Is this you are talking? Okay. I will discuss this game. What is the problem? Yeah, it's okay. I recommended. I recommended here to play bishop here. There are two plans. Either you can go for G4 and attack, or you can play BG5. So I recommended BG5. Do you remember that? So in the game here, he has played G4. So this is in the actual game. Here is played G4. Whereas I recommended you, here he played G4. So I recommend here to play Bishop G5. Karpo Sosonko game. Then RE8. So this I will discuss. I yesterday discussed this. Uh, so here, let us say two games. Ehrenberg. So here, knight C4, take, and knight. White is better. Now E5 को छोड़ो. अभी वो is watching that E5 does not come easily and D5 does not come. So push him back and now plus. कुछ भी नहीं मैं अभी पिन विन सब गया किंग वीक है ये प्लस माइनस है प्लस माइनस मारेंगे तो क्वीन D4 में पीस जाएगा खत्म हो गया व्हाट ए क्रशिंग विक्ट्री सो प्लीज नोट द गेम इरनबर्ग वर्सेस क्या है इरनबर्ग वर्सेस जो भी कोई है ये भी गया अभी सो होल पॉइंट इज beautifully exploited 13 bg 14 bg5 nc4 take and play knight now push the rook away and now only this अभी एक्सचेंज सेट नहीं चलता है आई एम ओवर प्रोटेक्टिंग ये नहीं चलेगा सो कुछ भी करो, मार मार के प्लस माइनस सही. Another fine move, beautifully played. Irenberg versus Javakuz. खत्म खत्म. One more. Missedville is also very strong GM. G5. So now G4 makes a difference. So now there is a big difference here. So in the Ehrenberg game, he played NC4 बार मार के ये आ गया. And if you play Missedville game, NC4 नहीं खेला, Rook C5 खेला, तो G4 आएगा. The other plan is to bring Rook. Other plan is to bring the Rook here and play F4. But this is fast and furious. Fast and furious. Now H6, H7. H6, H7 check. E7 को बचो. You can't play F6. Straight get हो जाएगा F6 में. खत्म. Story is over. अभी if you have to play Rook into Knight and board Bishop जिंदा है, उसके बाद भी इसमें क्या बचेगा? खत्म. So please note these two games is a death knell. Okay. So 2015 2013 का इरनबर्ग वर्सेस ये कौन है? इरनबर्ग वर्सेस रामर and Mr. Dwelly versus. Okay. All right, I leave this. Hello, uh, Viswa. Oh yeah, okay. I will go back to the King's Indian position now. Now after D4, knight f6, C4, G6, and C3, BG. No, C3 नहीं खेलना है. I play in this move. Knight f3, BG7, G3, castle, Bishop G2, D6. Now castle, E5. Okay, we can go back. Okay, we can play here. Knight C3, Knight D7. ऐसा आ गया. Knight C3 here. It will transpose. Chalo. Knight here, D5. Now E4. Now take. No, sorry. Take and knight आया. So I will play here rook E1. And now ND7. The correct move here is S3. Taking guard against all the measures. I want to cover my weak point. And now this bishop will take care of these two squares. Bishop will come. So knight E5 आएगा तो bishop आ गया. तो अभी क्या करोगे? Here knight is the only move. The other plan is to play C6. You can come here. It doesn't matter. This is too much time. So C6 तो खेलना पड़ेगा. C6 खेला तो RB1. अभी RB1 immediately threat लगाओ threat. Any moment you come here, I am having the bishop ready. तो A5 खेलो तो अभी B3 and then next move A3 B4. No problem. अगर क्वीन आया तो bishop here. So S3 secures the square. I am not worried about this. I don't need bishop F3 now. तकलीफ चालू हो जाएगा. Sir, you prefer BG5 with simple white slide better. Okay, white is little better also. That variation also, Jan Alvest, he won 3 games in Manila Interzonal. That move BG5. 3 games. But this is good. So ये जो move है, this is a poor move. Poor move है. Now rook, this is a poor move because of S3. I would give this move an exclamation mark. Exclam. Now, because now after C6, RB1 and A5, B3 is good. And if you come knight E5, BF1, then I will slowly push this knight. Now all the point guarded. Next, I will prepare. Now I will what I want to do. मैं इसको भगाऊंगा अभी. ये बिशप आएगा, भगाएगा उसको. तो क्या मिला है? Okay, I will discuss the dragon line later on. Okay, so this is the no problem. Suppose you play NF D7, no problem here. because of the move S3. Overprotecting, taking away square from these two pieces. Knight आने के बाद भी कुछ नहीं. Okay. So this is now, suppose you play C6, RB1, threatening, the only move A5, then B3, idea A3, B4, then A3, bishop E3 plus. अभी don't he is playing some tricks. अभी यहाँ पे दो जोर है, यहाँ एक है, दो है, तो डिफेंड हो गया काम. दिस इज प्लस. और डायरेक्ट N5 खेलेगा तो बिशप F1 के बाद क्या प्लान है? आई डोंट सी ए प्लान कमिंग. अभी क्वीन आएंगे, सपोज क्वीन कहाँ आएगा? ये आएगा, तो पुश हिम. नेक्स्ट बिशप F2, बिशप E3, BF2 आ जाएगा. यू गो बैक. नाउ बिशप हियर. नेक्स्ट बिशप F2 में रख दो, कंट्रोलिंग दिस पॉइंट, एंड एवरीथिंग इज स्मूथ, एंड दिस इज फैंटास्टिक पोजीशन. ये कोई खेलता नहीं है NF7. नॉर्मली पीपल डोंट प्ले. ओके, जस्ट ए मिनट. I hope I am clear. After NFD7 S3, white is clearly better. Black cannot do any improvement. So thank you very much, friends. I will be back in the afternoon at 2:30, and we will do some middle game session. There are positional chess and exploitation of various positional things. सबको हमारा नमस्कार.